Dengan saya James di acara Sport. Nah, seperti yang aku janjikan minggu lalu, hari ini kita akan membahas mengenai Nascar. Bagi para sporters yang nggak tahu apa sih itu Nascar, Nascar adalah salah satu balapan mobil yang hampir sama tenarnya seperti balapan F1 yang dilaksanakan di beberapa negara dan berbagai macam sirkuit. Bahas pada hari ini bukanlah mengenai balapannya, melainkan mengenai adanya perubahan peraturan dari musim 2014 ke musim 2015. Terdapat beberapa peraturan yang diubah dari Nascar pada musim 2014 ke musim 2015. Apa saja itu? Yang diubah dari regulasi Nascar adalah tidak diperbolehkannya untuk melakukan tes di seluruh sirkuit, kecuali hanya untuk mengetes ban Bridgestone terbaru. Lalu yang kedua, horsepower untuk setiap mobil yang digunakan di setiap perlombaan Nascar, yaitu 725 horsepower untuk setiap mobil dari tiap tim pabrikan. Ketiga adalah adanya perubahan pada tinggi spoiler atau sayap mobil, yaitu yang pada tahun 2014 adalah 8 inci menjadi ukuran 6 inci untuk setiap mobil tim pabrikan. Adalah track bar yang dapat disesuaikan oleh tubuh pembalap dalam setiap mobil, sehingga dapat mudah disesuaikan ketika balapan. Ini adalah 4 peraturan yang berubah di perlombaan Nascar dari musim 2014 ke 2015. Nah, sekarang kalian sudah tahu kan apa saja yang berubah dari Nascar pada musim 2014 ke 2015.
Announced for the Sprint Cup Series in 2015, let's take a look at what teams were told today. They're no longer allowed to test at any track, sanctioned or non-sanctioned, except in cases of a NASCAR or Goodyear tire test. Currently, teams are running upwards of 900 horsepower. Next year, that'll be reduced to 725 by way of a tapered spacer at all tracks. The rear spoiler height will be adjusted 2 inches from 8 down to 6 inches high. And for the first time ever, Cup cars will run in the rain at road courses. Rain tires and windshield wipers available to all the teams. And at all tracks, drivers will be able to adjust the track bar from inside the cockpit. You'll also see a reduction of NASCAR officials during the inspection process and on pit road. Technology and cameras will monitor pit stops in 2015. Phil, we mentioned your team ownership. NASCAR held a conference call with all teams today. What stuck out to you?
Well, I think the first thing that stuck out to me is the fact that since 1974, we're going to have a reduction in horsepower for these engines. That excludes Daytona Talladega back in the late 80s when we went to the restrictor plates. When they went from big blocks to small blocks in the early 70s, that was the last time we had a horsepower reduction. And it's going to be a fairly significant one here, going from around 900 to 725.
And right now, NASCAR is in a state of what seems like constant change, Larry. And fans are probably saying, we like the racing we have on track now. With these changes, what can they expect next season?
Well, and NASCAR acknowledges the racing is good, but they know they can get it better. And when I talked to Kerry Tharp and Gene Stephanopoulos with NASCAR, spent about 30 minutes on the phone with them this morning. I asked them the why, and the why is to create more passing for the lead, to create bigger packs of racing. They didn't just wake up last week and say, oh, we think we'll change the rules. They're trying to make the racing better. Now, the one thing we do need to clear up, as far as the technical rules, the horsepower of the aero, it does not go into play until race number 2 when we go to Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's not into play for the Daytona 500. But the one thing I'm picking up here, NASCAR has been here since 1949. I've been here for 34 years, since 1980. And even though a lot of things have changed, there's one thing that's not changed. They're always looking at competition, cost, and safety. And it looks like to me at least 2 of those areas they are hitting and hitting hard.
And Matt, you spent many years on the team side working at Hendrick Motorsports alongside Jimmy Johnson. We spoke to our defending champ today. We wanted his reaction on the rule changes. Take a listen.
I think the no on-track testing is it's going to be appreciated by crew members and everybody that's a part of these test sessions. It should save some money as well. It's going to put a heavier focus on our simulation programs, our 7-post rigs, the things that we do inside the race shop to advance the race cars. Then it's also going to make our practice sessions all that more important. Start of the year, they're going to be full-blown test sessions, trying big package changes on the race cars. We won't be fine-tuning, so that can make things kind of entertaining and fun. And then we'll just have to see if, the thing that's out there, tire tests. What do tire tests look like? That might be an opportunity that race teams have a chance to go and learn and get data sets from these racetracks.
Six-time Sprint Cup Series champion Jimmy Johnson there reacting. Matt, you spent many years as a pit crew coach, and we're going to see a lot of changes going over the wall next year.
Yeah, interestingly, I talked to a NASCAR official on Sunday at Loudon, and they were very, very adamant that what's coming is exciting. There's a lot of technology. When NASCAR introduced this new car, the Gen 6 car, they wanted to embrace technology. And what we see and what you're going to see on pit road is cameras monitoring. And they say that this setup is absolutely technologically advanced. Big Brother will be watching pit stops. It's going to be interesting to see who gets busted, how they get busted. But I'm all about technology, and it's going to be fun to watch, guys.
But I do want to expand on this no testing because there's a lot more layers to it, because the rule has been in the past, like this year, yeah, you can test 4 times as an organization, but you couldn't go to any other tracks that a national touring series races on. Well, this no testing means no testing nowhere. A team cannot even go down to Little Rock and test for Martinsville. And my question to Gene Stefanition and Kerry Tharp, how in the world will you monitor that? He said, great question. Number one question that gets asked. He said, our competitors are our best inspectors. We would probably know about it before they even unloaded the car. But he said it's going to be a little bit on the honor system. But the biggest thing, it will be a substantial penalty. It will be a level P6. He said it would be one of the most severe penalties that we hand down, ranking right there with tampering with engines, tires.
Rasa aku udah nemeni kalian selama beberapa menit. Thanks sudah nonton acara kami di acara Auto and Sport tentang NASCAR. Nah, next episode kita akan membahas mengenai MotoGP yang kemarin telah berlangsung di sirkuit Losail, Qatar. Nah, kalian masih penasaran kan review dariku? Nah, bagi kalian yang masih penasaran, mendingan kalian klik subscribe video ini dan klik like, dan kalian tunggu episode berikutnya dari aku sebagai host. Oke, kalau gitu saya mohon undur diri dan see you next time, guys.